everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dawn with Candy Cane Ridge. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to make the Football Appliqué Block. It's getting cold in Texas, it's getting football season, so let's get your football block ready, grab your fabric, and let's get stitching. So today's pattern, I'm going to be walking you through an applique football. So I have designed this. I'm in Texas. We're in the South. If you're in the South, you know that football is like the end-all, be-all thing down here. So if you have a child, a grandchild that plays football, this is perfect for you. This particular pattern, you can put their football number or their name, their school mascot. If you have a cutting machine such as a Cricut or a Silhouette or an embroidery machine, this would be great. Here I have it outlined, but again, you can put the school mascot, your child's name, their football number. It will also include your diagram and your placement diagram. So you're going to need your pattern. You're going to need some background fabric. You're going to need fabric for your football, and mine is just it's a brown. This is everything that I had in scraps, y'all. I bought nothing new. This is strictly scraps. And then I actually had these 3 triangles left from a prior project. I'm going to be using a marker and your rotary cutter to actually trim down your scraps if you need to, and your heat and bond. Here is the heat and bond that I'm using today. It's the purple Heat and Bond light sewable iron-on adhesive. So let's get started. We've got our background fabric. I'm going to move it off to the side. I have already traced my fusible. So in order to do that, you're going to take your actual tracing diagram, and I laid it out, traced it, moved everything around. Here's my 2 end straps for my football and my laces. So I've got everything already trimmed out, drawn out. So now we're going to use our non-fabric scissors, and I'm going to cut out around it. I'm going to leave a little bit of wiggle room. I'm just going to cut out my shapes because I'm going to iron this down, and I'm actually going to cut on the line when I cut it out of my fabric. Okay, so there's my football that's cut. All right, so we've got everything cut out. Make sure that you have your iron on. Now, y'all, my iron is on the hottest heat setting there is. I'm going to take my laces and I'm going to iron them. Your heat and bond has it's a rough side and a smooth paper side. The glue is on the rough side, so I'm going to iron rough side down. Follow your directions. I'm just going to leave my iron on there for a few seconds.
Even my ironing board right there is hot. All right. So I'm going to peel. I'm not going to peel this off yet. I'm just making sure that it is ironed on there good. If you lift it up a little bit, you can see it's really glossy. So I know that I have glue right there. But I'm going to leave my paper on here because I'm going to actually cut on these lines. So on this piece, you can kind of see this part is ironed and this part is not. All right. I'm going to double check and make sure that I can see kind of a glossy side, which I do. So I'm going to go ahead. This has cooled off some, so I'm going to trim on the lines. Okay, so now we have our laces. That's how they're going to lay on our football. Now let me trim our stripes. All right. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so now we have our placement diagram. I'm just going to lay this on here just to kind of see. And then if you have a silicone mat, whether you have one for your kitchen, like if you make cookies or something, that works really great. Or if you have one, I believe it's the Gypsy Quilter that has a real nice one. So I'm just going to move this down. Okay, I'm leaving the paper on the back of the football for right now. I'm going to take the paper off of my football stripes. Okay, put this back underneath here. Just going to scoot this up until my edges pretty much meet. Again, I have my paper on the back of my football. And I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. Get somewhat adhered. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. Give it a real good press. Okay, now we're going to put our laces on. And I'm just going to, I know where I want my laces to be. So I'm just going to kind of line it up over here where I want to. Now, a piece of advice, if you were going to embroidery, or if you were going to use a cutting machine and use vinyl, or you can even use the DTF or whatever that stuff is now, you can actually put that on now, is my suggestion, before you put it on your background. And if you are going to actually put this in an embroidery hoop, I suggest you do that before you actually cut out your football. That way you have plenty of fabric to play around with, and you can actually center their name, or at least my embroidery machine, that's the way I would do it. All right. Is that not the cutest thing? I love that. Okay. So our block is actually going to be a 10 by 10. This is actually like 11 by 11, something like that. So I have cut my background piece a little bit bigger. Now, here's where the fun part comes in for you. You can either lay your football crossways, or you can angle your football. Now, I think I'm going to angle my football. And if you are wanting to know where the center, you can kind of eyeball the center of your football. But if you wanted to, you could actually fold your fabric in half, give yourself a little mark, fold it in half again, give yourself another mark, and that's going to be your center. So if I know that's my center, I can kind of line up my points to the edges. Okay, that's coming up, but that's okay because I'm going to press that back down. Okay, there's my little center. I can still see my center back here. And we're just going to press. Okay. There is our football. Now I'm going to cut this down to my 10 by 10. I'm sorry, 10 and a half by 10 and a half. When we finish it all, we're going to put it on in place of our O, for our football block. You can finish this, you can go around and you can zigzag, you can straight line, however you choose to finish your football is my suggestion on finishing and actually appliquing it to your background fabric. The adhesive helps it stay stationary, and then you can go back and you can stitch around the edges. Put your name on there, your mascot, your number, whatever you choose. Happy football season, everybody.
Thank you for watching our football applique block today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.